Hi. 10 years ago, I released Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie, on January 5th, 2015 on the original Way Past School channel. 10 years later, we're in 2025. Sailor Boat Mickey's public domain. Popeye's now public domain. Sora, Banjo-Kazooie, they're in Smash Bros. We have live action Sonic movies coming out. Here we are. Wow. And never did I ever think that I would be making a video talking about something I made 10 years ago. Although the filming of Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie, was actually in 2014, but it didn't get released 2015. But yeah, I don't want to repeat too much of what I've said in the past. I have done a commentary twice before. I'll have like links in the description or in the comment sections with all the behind the scenes that's been out. So I just want to talk about something a bit more new, something I don't think I've been able to talk about. I've been making videos and short films for the past at this point like 15 years. Very early on, like in 2010, 2009, like I would be editing stuff like in iMovie. It wasn't until 2012 that like I was getting a little bit more advanced. I was doing like cloning stuff in iMovie. I wish I had most of them, but a lot of them I never saved. I never put them in a Google Drive or Dropbox. A lot of the time, I would just post them on my Facebook. But that Facebook account has been long gone, deleted. It's almost been the 10th anniversary of me deleting Facebook too. The original idea was it was going to be a completely different movie. It was going to be called Toasted. And I vaguely remember, I still have the script document, but it was about to be like a friend of mine eats like a piece of toast, but like there's like ooze on it, like kind of like a Ninja Turtles with the mutagen. And like there's going to be like zombies and like robots and like car chase scene and like special agents, and yeah, that would have been impossible. That would have been like that would literally take like 10 years just to make it, like in a span of 10 years to just get that, because this was in the filming again was 2014, so that was sophomore year of high school. So and already back then, like, it was just really hard to, like, get anyone to, like, come over and film some stuff. Because back then, I really didn't know anyone else that made videos. Like, I would have friends that would like to be in videos, but that wasn't their main thing. Plus, majority of my friends had very strict parents. And the other half is just that, I've come to learn and realize, throughout this whole decade that, some people are just fake. Some people are just fake. Like even recently, with this the upcoming first ever feature-length film, Ricardo Goes to Prison, coming real soon. Even if someone's like, yeah, I'm completely down. Yeah, I'll be in it. That doesn't exactly mean they'll be in it. And so I really don't doubt certain people telling me like, oh, I'm busy, and really they weren't. I see you. All right, you were playing Counter-Strike on Steam that day. You were this. Well, it is what it is. Why Ricardo Eats Cereal? And I just want to say, I am, with just the fact that this video exists and all the commentary. I am not saying or nor do I believe like, oh, this is peak cinema, everyone else's short films, they ain't shit. Like, that is not what I'm saying. But I would say it is appropriate to celebrate it because this is really what started off. This was the first thing I ever did where like I actually, got a bunch of friends and my, or kind of. I mean, this thing was like kind of organized, and it had like a script, it had somewhat of a plot. The fact that I got so many people, even though, because the majority of like a lot of people were just like cameos of just them eating cereal, which was in the original version. It's not in the 5th anniversary edition because It had like that weird. It had like a filter on it, which was supposed to. It was supposed to convey like, oh, it's filming it on a monitor. I don't know if anyone ever caught that. But I just didn't like the lens flare added. I mean, back then I thought it was cool. But also back then, I thought, if I add the black bars, it would look more like a movie, which I mean it did, but like I do regret that because a lot of that footage, I don't have the raw footage anymore. Why? Because I was running out of space on my Mac. I should have gotten a USB or external hard drive. I got an external hard drive like 2 months later, which was way too late, because there are, funny outtakes. I still remember some of it. Like there was I remember Nathan was holding the camera and Eugene was walking down the stairs and they were talking about Ebola or something like that. And like there was this whole nightmare sequence where like I wake up and like Nathan as like the stalker fan was like right next to me. I'm like, oh, and then I make like a corny joke to Mario and Luigi Dream Team because I have the game. Man, I'm getting off track, but anyways, no, like this, like never, like the fact that like I got people to show up at my house and we were filming this thing. Also during finals week, by the way, a lot of them, I believe the reason they were even able to come over was because they told their parents they were studying for finals. That wasn't the case, but it was just like a big, filming day. I was borrowing my friend Andre's camera. It was a Canon T3i. And back then, if you search like T3i short film, I would see a lot of like short films where it was just some guy like filming plants with like, I guess, cinematic music, but it would literally just be like, it's blurry and then they focus and then it's in slow motion or something. And I was very tired of that. I still see that, I swear it's always people with the most expensive cameras and they don't really do anything creative with it. It's just like slow motion B-roll and like it's like 4 minutes and but what do I know? Those people are also the same people that get hired to do these things. Over these 10 years I have not gotten paid a single cent for any of the Ricardo productions I've done, because I mean it was really never about money. I'm passionate. I know this is what I do. This is what I do best, and I continue to enjoy it. And I can't wait after this prison movie comes out. I can't wait to make so much more. There's so much on the back end. I am getting way too. I'm losing focus. So there would be a lot of videos that say like T3i film, and I thought like it would be really funny, when this comes out, I put T3i film because there's gonna be all like these short films where like it's very serious, and then they'll see Ricardo Eats Cereal the movie, and like there's like fight scenes, there's just a cereal bowl god, there's just random references here and there, and I just thought that was funny. I also remember that I had a lot of acne on my nose, so throughout the movie I was taking pills. I went to like a dermatologist, so by the end of the movie, like my nose looks a bit better. I hated those close-ups of me eating cereal because Now right before I deleted the original Way Past School channel, the cereal movie actually got like a little over 1,000 views. I didn't really get many comments, but just the fact that like wow, like even now, like if I get something that's like 200, 300 views, I mean, I'm like, whoa, because that really doesn't happen. Because I mean, even now, it's like most people that watch my videos are just people that actually know me. I've truly never really had stuff where like it's getting viewed and like I'm getting like feedback or comments by people I have no idea that so because of that, which I would say has been a weakness over the years, is I would be making these videos or skits and whatnot with these inside jokes, and I mean it's not really the best thing to do that, because if I were to show it to someone that I meet later in life, they're obviously not going to get it, but it's just one of those things where it's just like I have to keep in mind, it's like, oh yeah, but sometimes I can't help it because it's like, well, these 5 people are the only ones watching it and have been the only ones watching it. So it's more like, oh, well, I'm making this for me and them rather than for everyone. But with this prison movie coming up, I know I keep mentioning it. I do think that it would be a great starting point, and I think it would also be a really good movie to introduce someone to me, because with Ricardo Goes to Prison, I feel like you'll completely understand like my editing style, my humor, and just filmmaking in general. And as for the original cast and crew, last year actually in 2024, the beginning of 2024, I did talk to Eugene, Nathan, Chung, and Jason. Chung and Jason I talked to the most. With Eugene and Nathan, it was very brief. But yeah, and then last September, I met up with Chung. Last time I saw him was in 2017, and he's in this new one, and also Jason is also in this new one too. Mahir is also in the original, and he's in the prison movie, and it's also just one of those things where it's still I'm very much in awe, because with that cereal movie, I got again bunch of friends to just film themselves eating cereal or whatever, and in 2020 with Ricardo Saves Assimilation, all I did was just ask people if they want to be in it. They didn't really know too much about it, and they're like, yeah, and then now with this one, we got so many people that didn't even know what was going to happen or the full story, but they saw the vision, and it really just means a lot that wow, these people want to be a part of this, and it's very fun, it's very rewarding, and it's wow, never would I think this particular person or that person would ever want to be in a thing of mine ever again, or would even be interested, or would even want to be on camera. So it really just means a lot, not just to me, but to Brandon, and just thank you everyone, for just watching these things. Even friends of mine that I would make years later, even they have a nice soft spot for Ricardo Eats Cereal. In fact, again, with this prison movie, Ricardo Eats Cereal gets mentioned a few times. It gets the respect it deserves. I guess I'll just make a little, mini announcement. Brandon and I and a few others are planning about an actual legitimate sequel. I know there was Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie Part 2. That was not canon. That was actually a dream Ricardo had. That whole thing was just wasn't good. It wasn't good. There's no saving it. But I learned a lot. I've learned so much throughout, especially with this current movie. I've learned so much more than any sort of film class could ever teach me. And so we are thinking about continuing from the events of the original movie, with the cereal bowl god and what happens next and all that stuff. Will that movie be filmed this year? We would hope. If it has to wait till next year, then so be it. But even now, it's still difficult, because I'm not local to anyone. I have to travel, whether it's from car. I was thinking maybe taking the train. These past 4 trips have been through plane, so it's a lot of traveling on my end, but it's all for the art. Again, never did I think I would be making a video just talking about it, because I did have a little resentment towards it back then, but now I fully do embrace it. It was also one of those things where it actually had to get rushed. I don't know if that's even noticeable. Maybe it is, because by the time we were filming it, I already knew I'm moving. So I had to make sure this needs to get done before Christmas or something, and it did. I didn't move until like April 2015, so technically there could have been a bit more time, maybe, and included more scenes and all that stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. And how did the cereal thing even happen? No, cereal is not my favorite food. It was okay. This is what essentially this was like in seventh grade. I was bored. I filmed myself eating cereal. I went on iMovie. They had like those trailer templates, so I put that together. I put it on Facebook. People really liked it. Thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. A year later in eighth grade, I do another one again because I was bored. And then 2014, September 2014, Ricardo Eats Cereal episode X comes out. Which even that, I was thinking like, oh, what if we do like an X2? So it's like it's the second episode or something like that. I didn't have time to do that last year because of the prison movie. So then that, and then Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie, which takes place after that, which, I mean, there is like a little flashback. But again, it was more just like, it was just easy. It was very simple. And it cost like no money. So there's that. And ever since then, there was Ricardo Saves the Universe, Ricardo Eats Cereal Part 2, which is not canon. There was the classic Jared movie. It exists. Ricardo's Big Move, Ricardo Time Travelers, a Ricardo short film, My Dreams Are Cursed, Ricardo's Big Move 2, Ricardo News Run, Shut Up, Kristen Stevens' Big Barbecue. Just so much, plus like over like 300 videos within that time span as well. So it's a lot, and I have lots to show, and I mean, I have playlists here on the channel, and yeah, and again, with this prison movie, it's just a big celebration of that, and I just can't wait for you guys to just see it. It's almost done. Brandon was, I was in a call with him yesterday, and Brandon is working on the illustrations for that. Like finishing up, we have like special illustrations and fully colored. And I actually had like a early screening party on Discord, and we got to show the prison movie, and I mean, people loved it. I mean, especially the character that Caesar plays, instant fan favorite. So, last time I had like a, something, I guess as, something as meaningful as that was 10 years ago when I did a premiere of the Cereal movie. I had Ken, I had Mahir, I had Andre, I had Chung show up at my house, and we watched it on the TV. We watched all the Ricardo Cereal videos in order, and I'll just never forget that. I will also never forget, there's this one guy that was like, yeah, I'm coming, and I waited like 30-40 minutes for this guy. This guy just flaked on us, so I don't appreciate it. 10 years later, I still don't appreciate it. Last time I checked, he works for Roblox. But it is what it is. A few closing things I just want to say. Well, I will be talking a lot more about not just the Cereal movie, but all the other things in a book. I plan on writing a book about filmmaking. I have a lot of stories, and I think it'd be very educational and very entertaining. So look forward to that. Once this prison movie thing is done, I will feel so free and just very much relieved. I will be free from the chains, and I'll be getting to work on that. I just need to look into, I guess, just some legal stuff. If I'm able to add some photos and stuff like that. Since, the Cereal thing in particular was made when my friends and I were all minors, so I don't know if that's in the gray area since it's my project and stuff like that. But yeah, there is a book planned, and we have some special words from Chung himself. So again, thank you so much. Hopefully this video wasn't too hard to get through. I'm not the best when just talking directly to the camera like this. I think because I just have too much stuff on my mind. So that's still something I need to improve on. And yeah, Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie, 10 years old. What a ripoff. One wish only?
What a ripoff.
Well, I wish to have
I
my
wish to
friend
have my
back.
friend back.
Alright. Alright. On to Chum. So, thank you very much.
Hey, so Ricardo Eats Cereal 10th anniversary is coming out. I am going to talk a little bit about my memories from the first Ricardo Eats Cereal. I think when I was filming that, I was like 14 at the beginning of high school, or in 8th grade. All I remember from that movie was a lot of my high school friends were there, high school, middle school friends, and I was wearing a leather jacket, and I remember just like people calling my name and like kicking me out of the camera or some shit or whatever. I was like a minor bad guy, and yeah, cool. And I remember we all went back to Ricardo's place after we were done filming and editing a couple weeks later or something, and we all watched the premiere live, and it was pretty cool. I also got to see some of them film the prison scene again, which was a bit of a surprise to me because I didn't know they were going back to film, and it's pretty sick. And I remember when Ricardo was done with filming and editing, everyone for the crew from Ricardo Eats Cereal, the movie, we all went back to his place and watched the movie for the first time, and it was pretty cool. It was also really cool to see some of the people from that movie in the prison scene, and got to see some familiar faces and all that. And it was pretty cool.
Being a part of Ricardo Eats Cereal is a phenomenally unique experience, from featuring in a clip to featuring in the viewing party. Ricardo Eats Cereal brought color to my life in a way that few other things have. As a construction worker, eating cereal is one of the few activities in my life that bring me joy.